Hey there, buddy. January 2nd. How many of you have already failed your New Year's resolution? If you have, don't be hard on yourself. Most people don't last very long. Resolutions are kind of silly anyways. Most people aren't going to change systemic behaviors that have been created over years and years and built hardwired synaptic connections in your brain. You have to have a much better plan than writing down your goal on December 31st. Anyhow, I saw today, it's like 5 states that have a new law. It goes into effect where SNAP recipients, which I believe are food stamps, grub stubs, whatever they may be, whatever you call them, and no judgment if you receive them. SNAP recipients will no longer be able to use those SNAP benefits to purchase sugary substance like candy or energy drinks or low quality food. And I think this is happening in 5 additional states. There's already some laws in place in other states, and normally I'm not a fan of anybody telling me what to do, especially the government, because duh. But this is an interesting topic that seems a little controversial for some people. And as I think about it, maybe there are times when the government maybe needs to step in and help people where they seem to be unable to help themselves because obesity, diabetes, heart disease, it's all out of control, and it's costing all of us, not just the people who have it, driving up insurance rates, depression when a family member dies, all kinds of stuff. And I think most of us are pretty aware that we shouldn't be stuffing our face with candy all the time. But the companies that sell you this stuff, they don't really want you to be smart, because you're not going to keep buying their crap, right? So what do you do? It's like I'm on a walk right now, and the whole purpose of this channel and Walk Profits is encourage people to walk. But if you're shoving your face full of candy and sugar, the chances of you getting out and walking are probably pretty small, right? So, and I hate to say it, but that kind of food doesn't really help your brain much either. So it's keeping you stuck. And I hate to say it, but it's keeping a lot of people kind of stupid too. And when you're tired and not that smart, you're probably not gonna just all of a sudden make some kind of dramatic life changes. You're gonna probably keep doing what these companies are hoping and depending on is for you to make really poor decisions for yourself and great decisions for their bank accounts. And food is such a wonderful thing. There's a lot of healthy food out there that tastes really great. And I get that's a little bit more expensive sometimes. But we need to fuel our brains. And if we want to fuel our bank accounts too, it helps to fuel that brain, right? That's why I actually started Walk Profits. I knew that people needed to get outside, needed to get some exercise, move their bodies. And hey, it wouldn't hurt to make a little money at the same time. Even if it's not hundreds of thousands of dollars, for some people, an extra $600 a month towards groceries could be the difference of having to choose crappy sugary substances or something that actually fueled their body and their mind and that encouraged them to get back outside and move their body a little bit more. And I'm not preaching from a soapbox here. I've got an energy drink addiction myself. Thankfully, it's drinking these organic yerba mate teas, which aren't exactly horrible for you. And I drink the ones without sugar or very little amount of sugar. But a bunch of construction over here. I don't want to go that way. But I'm addicted to the caffeine. It's got a stranglehold on me. And I really do want to change that in 2026. But I wasn't foolish enough to tell myself on January 1st I was going to stop drinking the caffeine, because I did that about a year ago. It was the worst 14 days of my life, going cold turkey off caffeine. Like, it was miserable. And so I'm going to space it out over the year and do it smart and get off these yerba mates and the caffeine. Replace it with green juice, vegetable juice mostly, and just really keep fueling my brain and trying to get the right kind of energy. I don't want energy drink energy. It's pseudo energy. I think caffeine is pseudo energy too. Granted, it does give you a boost in the moment, but I think, for me at least, it's definitely a net negative when I consider the down parts of it and coming off of it. Just feel sluggish and not sharp. But my real point was about these SNAP benefits, and I think anybody who is relying upon them, should consider asking themselves, do they really want to be relying upon the government for something as basic as food? And I get when people, are in a down spot, and I'm happy that those things are there for people when they need them, as they should be. But I invite people to consider a pathway to changing your mind and changing your habits, to not only get off of the need for someone else to have to provide for you, but to make choices for your health and your brain that will not only benefit you in that moment, but set you up for success in the weeks and months and years to follow, so that you don't end up making poor decisions. Not that I'm immune from making poor decisions. I've made many of them, and even recently. But one of the best decisions I've made is realizing that I can't sit at a computer desk any longer and shovel my face with anything that isn't absolutely optimal for my health. I'm 50 years old. I got a baby boy, and I want to, play baseball with him and see him graduate college if he decides to go. I hope he doesn't go. But I want to be there to support him for whatever it is he wants to do with his life. And I'm sure you want to be there for your loved ones and yourself as well. And all the little choices that we make, everything that we put into our mouth, it's going to affect how we feel. It's going to affect how smart we are. And it's going to affect our future choices as well. So, little bits. Like if you did already fail your New Year's Eve resolution, who cares? Because what matters is this moment right here. Like, what are you going to do right now? Worrying about yesterday is just going to cause pain. Worrying about tomorrow is just going to cause anxiety. But you got a lot of power in what you choose to do right this minute, which is why I'm taking a walk. I'm getting outside. Picked up the camera. decided I'd share a few thoughts about how you can leverage this moment right now, always. This moment is always available. And regardless of past moments or future moments that aren't even real yet, you have a tremendous amount of power in this moment to make decisions that will have you free from needing someone else to feed you, telling you what you can or can't eat, and to build a brain and a body that's smart enough to not need someone to tell you something like candy and sugar and energy drinks is bad for you. Think of that saying, like, everything I learned, I don't know what the saying is, something like, everything I ever needed to learn, I learned in kindergarten. I think that kind of applies here. This isn't difficult stuff we're talking about. Eat some vegetables. Eat some good high quality meats and grains. And maybe you don't eat grain. Maybe you got grain brain like me. But whatever it is you eat, try to do your best to make it the best so you can be your best. And if you feel like you're in a position where you can't choose the best, do the best that you can. And if you feel like you need any extra help, check out walkprofits.com, where we actually pay people to get outside and walk, take care of their health. And even if you don't sign up and become a paid member, I hope that we just still inspire you to walk. Hope you watch these videos, get something out of them, subscribe to the channel, maybe hit a like, maybe leave a comment. I don't want this movement to only focus on the paid members, which that is a huge element to it. That's how we all get paid to walk, is by members joining the walking club. I came up with this little tagline the other day. Walk Profits is a walking club that changes lives. And I know that that's true because it's already been changing my life significantly just in a short amount of time that I've been committing to walking. Losing weight, feeling clear, and just desiring to be outside more. Even on a 41 degree, gray, drizzly winter day here in Portland, Oregon. It doesn't always seem like the prettiest time to get outside, but it sure is pretty. I'll let you enjoy a little bit of the prettiness as we keep walking.